What's up, everyone? This is Adrian Yokai of Darkness. Welcome to my channel, and I have a special guest to commentate with me. Zoom Zoom, say hello.
Hello, I'm zoomzamzim, and I'll be your special guest star for tonight.
And you guys already seen that last time I did the game, and by the way, I played the game unrecorded, so you know. I'm gonna do a new game, but we're gonna start off on the map I left you guys on, so... Oh wait, I still have to show it to you. So guys, be ready to see how to work Discord a bit. I completely forgot to do the screen share.
Oh!
I completely forgot about that. Entire screen, applied window.
What's that?
I'm basically giving you a specific window to see. It should be doing it now.
Turn on screen share? Did you? Oh!
Yeah.
It's loading!
You see it?
It's loading. Buffering a bit. Oh, I see a black screen.
That's the game. It's on a black screen right now.
Oh, here's a cool fact about the Spartans, if you want to hear
The
it.
message just repeats.
First, do you see it?
Regret, regret, regret. Any idea what it means?
Dear humanity, we regret being aliens now. We regret coming to Earth.
Do you see the game?
And we most definitely regret the core just blew up our raggedy ass
Please.
sleeve. Rah!
Regret is a name, Sergeant. The name of one of
There we go. Game's going. I saw it.
Hey, wake up.
But, you know what this kind of environment reminds me of?
Go, go, go!
What?
I'm instantly, especially the sequel,
The sequel to what?
Blade Runner.
Okay.
Because it's so futuristic, but run down and broken looking.
Well, they're in the middle of a war zone, so that's why it looks broken down.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the sequel. Have you seen that film?
I don't think I have. Like, my memory's trying to run through.
It's really good. I'd highly recommend it.
Hey now!
Mike Rods. You ugly little thing. Just
I
look at
find
it.
the grunts unintentionally so funny.
Because they scream and say, "Ah, demon!"
They have such high-pitched voices. I wonder if they breathe helium.
Hello! Like
Yeah,
that?
this is some good shit. I was trying to make a helium
Oh
voice.
shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm dying, I'm dying.
Sorry for cursing.
Don't worry, in my channel there's a lot of cursing into it. Because of the
I cursed
sweet
every-
release.
Mostly curse to relax.
Yeah, the sweet
Not
release
because
is
I'm
relaxing.
You know something I always noticed about like aliens and stuff like that?
Like the Halo aliens or aliens in general?
Aliens in general, actually. I read.
Right, let's hold here.
You went completely quiet.
History.
We didn't know we're here before.
Hold on, what's going on? Guys, if you're seeing more Discord, just figure out what's wrong.
Okay, okay.
Don't tell that to people who will be watching this video. My video connection is fine, so is my voice connection. Weird.
Maybe it's just buffering.
Probably. Right? You see me with two guns in my hands now, right?
Yeah, you're doing a Kimbo.
Up high.
Kimbo, Kimbo, Kimbo!
A Kimbo.
What's a Kimbo?
It's it means two swords.
You like seeing my back?
Yeah, you look like, no offense, but Master Chief looks kind of like a tank.
He technically is with that armor.
Yeah, he looks like those old tanks that were used in World War II by the Allies.
Yeah, but you have to understand his armor is like advanced.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of what the armor looks like.
I think that's the idea, especially to how much damage he can take.
Heads up!
You want to know a cool fact, actually?
Sure.
It's a science fiction fact.
Gonna get your
Yay, sci-fi!
Okay.
It's like we played
do you
something sci-fi already.
Okay, this is about a different sci-fi series, so I apologize if this bothers you.
What is it?
Incoming!
Do you know Darth Vader from Star Wars is based off a real samurai warrior?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm a huge Darth Vader fan because it's Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, he's awesome. Darth was based off of the swordsman Date
We got generals
Masume.
in the courtyard.
Okay.
He was a samurai warrior during the time of the feudal era.
The feudal era?
Feudal, as in like medieval times.
Alright. I never heard medieval called feudal.
Feudal. I meant feudal.
I know there's an elite back there.
Okay. Let me just continue. He was famous for being handicapped.
Heading over the rooftops.
So is Darth Vader because the majority of his body parts became robotic.
Yeah, Date Masume, on the other hand, was missing an eyeball.
Ouch!
And yet, he had the highest body count of any living samurai.
This kind of reminds me of a character known as the Blind Samurai who gets a huge body count of deaths even though he's blind. You know what I'm talking about?
Kinda.
He's a fictional character, so, what was his name?
Grenade!
The samurai?
I don't know what the show's called, but the guy's blind for a samurai. He kills with such precision. That's shocking.
Yeah. Date Masume, he actually was famous for a kind of cool trait about him, too. You wanna know what his most badass trait was? Like, Date Masume?
Yeah, tell me.
He was famous for being one of the few samurais to survive the Shogun Wars.
Really?
He was undefeated in combat and died of old age peacefully. The other samurais didn't even make it.
Well, I'll say this right now, he's one of the lucky samurais then.
Yeah, and he also was famous for being the only samurai to invent a fighting style that involved using of swords to cleave down men at once.
Two swords? Because he kind of cut out a bit.
Yeah, he invented the two-sword style.
Awesome.
And he was also famous for, and he also died peacefully of old age after finding a dojo and recruiting many famous students.
Is one of them Bruce Lee?
No, Bruce Lee's Chinese. Samurais are from Japan.
But it would be awesome, wouldn't it? And I know it is just trying to like be stupid at the same time.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just clarifying. But yeah, it would be awesome, but, you know, I actually do know a cool fact about Bruce Lee, actually.
Tell me that fact.
Just for inventing a fighting style called 9-inch nail punch.
9-inch nail punch? I
Because
have I never heard of 9-inch nail punch.
Copy that. Come look at a
I could be wrong about the name. It's probably 9 or 5. But it's his most famous move. It involves basically punching a guy so hard that it feels like you got hit with a nail.
For me, the punch I know that he does is like the 1-inch punch.
Hunter.
Oh, 1 inch. I got mixed up. I apologize.
Like the 1-inch punch, is literally he just moves 1 inch and it hurts hard.
We're operational, ma'am. Barely.
Yeah, you know what? Do you know that where he learned? Do you know it's actually do you know that you know what's scary about the 1-inch punch?
What?
It is a common practice among the Shaolin monks of China.
So he's a Shaolin monk?
From one of those guys.
Let's get him!
Sniper! Kill his body, then focus the sniper. Cause you know, Logic.
Yeah. Yeah. You know another kind of weird thing about, like, I know another kind of cool fact about the military, if you want to hear it. Like, like...
Well, I am playing a
famous,
game that
like,
involves the military.
okay, okay. Play with the term, with this one guy called... I know, a famous Chinese... Do you know Luke Skywalker was actually based off the Chinese General Yu Fei?
No, I did not know that.
He was a farmer who started out... He was a general who got recruited by the Chinese army during the Red Cliffs battle.
Really?
Yeah, Yu Fei was famous for... Yu Fei was disciplined in 28 different martial arts, and although he had to retire early, he actually managed to be undefeated in combat.
Like Chuck Norris?
Yeah, he actually... Fun fact, he actually decimated an entire enemy... an invading army with little effort.
Oh my god. This guy sounds like Chuck Norris now.
And he led his...
Like, majority of the famous guys either sound like someone who, like Chuck Norris level, or something worse.
He was... I also know a cool fact about... And speaking about the military, the Chinese actually were famous for inventing something that the military uses today.
Is it sonar?
Gunpowder, actually.
Oh, that's right. The movie The Great Wall talks about that China was the only one that had gunpowder.
Yeah, gunpowder. They even invented fireworks that could be used for offensive attack.
That's right. The Great Wall, the movie. They said that China was the only one that had it.
Yeah.
That completely left my mind.
That's true, by the way. The Chinese really did have gunpowder. And, there's also another cool fact about the Chinese.
Like, I didn't think the Great Wall movie would bring anything factual because the movie is all fiction.
Yeah, but, that part was true. The Chinese really did have gunpowder. I also know another kind of cool fact about, like, other countries.
Any of them involving Japan and Godzilla?
They do, not exactly but, Godzilla actually, but I can tell you a fact about Godzilla first off.
Go right ahead, because I think that's the most beloved character people want to know about first.
Godzilla is actually, the original film Godzilla, like most horror film monsters, Godzilla is actually based off a real, a fear the Japanese had.
A Japanese ad?
Fear. He's
What
based off fear.
Alright.
He's based off nuclear testing and nuclear weapons in general.
Well, I imagine so. He gets stronger after getting nuked.
Yeah, and he's based off the Hiroshima and Nagasaki massacres.
Oh, that has to suck.
Yeah, he is explicitly based off those events.
That sucks.
Yeah. Godzilla also, there was also a recent film in Japan called Shin Godzilla. He is scary in that movie.
Shin Godzilla. I haven't seen that or heard of it.
Chief, glad you could make it.
Godzilla Resurgence, I think it was called.
Crash site's on the other side of this
All right.
hotel, Chief. Coming and crawling all over it.
There's a scene where Godzilla, first off, do you know what Godzilla's defining physical trait is throughout the film?
What?
He has realistic injuries from nuclear testing.
Out of sight.
Really?
Yeah, in that film he was redesigned to have realistic injuries that are common among victims of nuclear fallout.
Like in how in the Fallout movies?
Oh, not fallout, I mean like nuclear bomb blasts.
Grenade, it's live, it's live!
Yeah, but I'm using like Fallout as an example because there's those who come out of that with like scars from nuclear radiation.
Oh yeah, those scars, yeah. So, sorry, I forgot what you meant. But yeah, he has those type of scars, and they're not fully healed.
Even though he has an almighty healing generation touch.
Yeah, we're not fully healed on him.
Well, I imagine radiation damage will take longer to heal than anything else.
Yeah. And at one point he's utterly deformed in that film too.
Deformed. A giant monster that are deformed.
Yes, he has bones. He has humanoid bones embedded in him.
Below the carrier.
Over the top, guys!
I don't think they want you to get on board.
That is creepy, I have to say. Like, thinking about it, ugh.
And it gets worse.
How much worse? Scale of 1 to 10.
Man, I love the beach.
The bones squirm at one point.
Cut the chatter. We got
The
you.
bones are once him.
Isn't it? The
They were
bones-
actually-
No, they weren't. I'm not sure if they were human, but they don't appear to be. But what is apparent is the bones are still alive and are moving.
Oh!
Yeah.
That would give anyone who even has the strongest stomach to have nightmares.
Yeah.
Like, I have strong gut, and I can imagine that can give me nightmares.
Yeah. Also, do you know what Godzilla's first action to do is in the film?
Roar?
After Roar, actually when he can't fully master his breath yet.
Yeah, he does. He uses it constantly.
I mean in the remake, this recent film. Just bear with me. It's basically a retelling of the original Godzilla, only in modern day.
No way!
For anyone to see.
Yeah, you can watch it on Netflix, I heard.
Thing is, I don't have Netflix, I have Hulu.
You can check that, but anyway, the creepy part, Godzilla starts coughing instead of when he's trying to charge his breath.
He coughs.
Yeah, and he starts vomiting out his own blood.
Oh! That's where you put the warning. Those who have a weak stomach to blood, don't watch.
Yeah, and when he finally does charge his breath up, guess what he does?
Shoots himself with it?
No, when
Damn it.
the entire city, he doesn't shoot himself with the breath. He actually burns the entire city down and engulfs it in flames with one charge.
I imagine that's the capability Godzilla can do in his first charge shot.
Yeah, and not only that, the charge shot shoots out from the back, obliterating several helicopters that were watching him.
Damn.
And keep in mind, the entire city is engulfed in fire and wreck, as if the stuff in, as if the earthquake happened.
Jesus, dude.
Go! Coming in!
It's a really hard film to sit for, to say the least.
Oh, trust me, it was hard for me to sit through and play Doki Doki yesterday, and,
All of us.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that game.
like, if you watched my stream I did last night, near its end, you'll hear my reaction to how, like, angry and disturbed I was.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear you had to go through that.
You guys go to the bathroom?
I'm good.
Oh no, I meant go through the horrifying stuff of the game.
That better
Well, you know what's game even creepier that I found out yesterday?
What?
If you go to the Doki Doki thing itself and look at the descriptions, you'll see Monika talking to you in the descriptions.
Oh crap.
Like, she's been aware before the game even started.
Damn it, I've never felt
Well, yeah. On a funnier note, Alex is guilty of the same stuff, and and she's the bad guy of her own sketches. Sorry, I was just trying to cheer you up.
I know. I'm fine. It's just
The Covenant must be trying
I
to
told
regroup.
my
Don't
friends
let them
and my sister this that I'm gonna take whoever's soul who killed my Sayori.
Yeah, that's poor kid. Oh, gee.
Because in the game, I had the choice to either confess to Sayori or just call her my best friend. I confess. Which you get to think, okay, someone with depression, if the love that loves them confesses to them, they should feel the happiestness in the world. You know
You
what I'm saying?
can't see it right now, but I'm doing the sign of the cross.
Where'd you learn to drive like that?
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I'm really... Keep in mind, I feel just as bad as this as you do. I apologize.
But it's just a game. The story is like so clingy to you. Like this is the first game that ever captured my emotions.
Yeah. I'm mostly, the only other game that made me that upset was Danganronpa.
Like no game ever took my emotions so high. Until I start playing Doki Doki.
Yeah. I really think I shouldn't recommend that to Alex, only because she might get depression from that.
Well, the game gives you the warning, if you have anxiety or depression, don't play.
Yeah. Oh look, the title card!
Yay! Because I got into other parts of the game now.
You know a kind of weird thing about, the term, what, some people point out about, like, Halos?
What?
Nothing bad. I'm not talking about the game, I'm just talking about random things. Halos are actually common in other religions.
Figured that's kind of a common thing for religions. A halo is a good thing.
Yeah, it's even common among the Buddha. He has it too.
Like, but the only thing that ever said that halos are bad is literally Halo games. Like,
Yeah.
these rings kill everything on sight just to hunger the flood.
Yeah, and you know something kind of weird that I always wondered, like no offense about Halo or anything.
Go ahead.
How did we get it to glow so bright blue?
Brightness? I don't know.
Yeah, I just find the blue shades cool.
The games are fucking beautiful. Everything they do is beautiful. And I even know who does their music most of the time. Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, I actually was a huge fan of a composer. I'm trying to remember. Do you want to know something kind of cool, like about another weird thing?
Sure.
One of the things that remember that alien invasion list I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
One of the suggestions is the aliens to wear clothing.
Martians?
Well, if you mean War of the Worlds Martians, then yeah. You know why that backfired?
Why?
In case you don't remember War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, that's when the Martians died because they drank ordinary water.
Ordinary water. Oh, look. Human water. Let's see if it kills us. Everyone drink it.
It killed them slowly too. And the Martians also, they didn't die from the water itself. They died from foreign chemicals used to. They died from the bacteria in the water.
They're aliens. I'd imagine that they're not used to our chemicals. Hey, there I am. I'm just walking looking cool.
It blew right through us.
You mind if I make a funny joke while we're flying in this military vessel?
Sure. Oh?
Where's the rest of your platoon?
You might have
Go
been
right
making a
ahead.
joke.
And we will be too, sir, if we don't get the hell out of here.
You hit Marine.
No, sir.
Man, things haven't been the same
Oh
since
my
Nam.
Gonna jump in this tank.
That is
roll across the
mean
bridge,
to
and
certain
blow
people.
Up any inhuman son of a bitch dumb enough to get between him and the prophet of regret.
Oh, it's not to me
apologize.
that you're gonna apologize to. It's probably the people who get pissed about
What
it.
about that scare?
We've all run the simulations. They're tough.
Yeah, sorry.
Stay with
I
Master
don't
Chief.
normally
Know
make...
what to do.
Yes,
The
sir,
worst
Sergeant.
I make jokes about regarding Vietnam is just the character who mentions, like how weird you act. Like, the worst I do is briefly mention, like, people who fought in that, but I don't make fun of the, like, I apologize.
The punch doesn't go to me. It goes to like people
I
who's actually
just-
affected to it. Like to me, it's just a normal joke.
Well, listen, okay. Personally, I did not mean to offend anybody. I'm just a comedian, just talking.
We're both comedians that like to
randomly.
talk random stuff. People live with it.
Anyway, on a funnier note, you know what song I keep imagining playing
What?
during this scene?
Let's do
Nothing
it.
bad.
Come on.
We gotta get out of this place by the animals.
Gotta get out. Gotta get out.
Do you know that song?
Okay, everyone be cool.
It's that song that played during the King Kong trailer.
With King Kong, there's like multiple.
The new one. The one that came out
Yeah, I saw
like
it.
last year.
Focus.
Remember that song that played while King Kong was manhandling them in the
Yes.
trailer? That song I imagine playing it during this scene.
Like, cause the guy who was just panicking, we gotta get out of here.
I was more thinking that because it just reminds me of that film with all the crazy military stuff happening.
Well, this is crazy because I'm in a tank going after a alien warhead.
Yeah. You know what would have been funny for the aliens to do?
Now, plow in.
Just
What?
joking. Write the words Merry Christmas on the warhead.
Well, it is the holidays. We're on the month of the holidays.
All you got? Come on.
Yeah. So
That better.
write the words Merry
Yeah,
Christmas
I'm
on it.
from an edit for just the beginning time when we see the scarab from this.
Free, man.
Like, have Merry Christmas following
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, like the words written on
But I'll
the
probably say
warhead.
Happy Holidays, not to anger anybody in general, because I don't know. So you
Okay.
understand, most people are
Okay.
now more touchy on the subject of holidays.
Yeah, like let's avoid doing that.
Like people,
Like
like
I
back
don't wanna
then,
make,
people didn't really care.
but now they do, and it's something we have to be sensitive
But you want to
about.
hear a true story that actually happened but never went through properly?
Oh, what?
I was told this while I was in school. A father who doesn't have, I forgot how you pronounce it, ownership or, custody. That's the word I'm looking for, custody. His own daughter.
Yeah.
The guy was 8.
That was me.
He was, and you know how the Pledge of Allegiance worked?
Yeah, like they've accused
No,
of being
he
brainwashed.
accused it for the fact that it's focusing on the Christian religion.
Yeah, you're
But
right about that.
it went down, like, they said, oh, this is a stupid thing, like, reason, because the guy didn't have custody of the kid, so his argument was invalid, because the mother of the kid was Christian.
Yeah, on a funnier note, may I bring up just something kind of silly?
I mentioned something silly, and we're meant to bring up silly stuff.
Heads up.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, one guy actually did joke that, this is just about, like, this is just a random joke that I always wanted to use.
Oh boy, the joke you always wanted to use.
Now.
Be weary.
Okay.
Got another hostile.
This galactic security is doing a mighty fine job.
Well, I am the collective security. I'm Master Chief.
By the way, you know what's one kind of funny thing about, like, yeah, I mostly do,
That's quite a welcome party.
one of the kind of weird thing that I do about, like, regarding
What?
comedy. We do something that would normally be scary, but here we kind of do it in a silly light.
Okay, tell me.
There's another one.
Alex is aware of the audience. He constantly
So he breaks the
talks
fourth
to
wall like
them.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a she.
does.
Let me correct myself, because I know two guy Alexes are just girls.
Hey, careful! Move up, amigo.
Oh no, it's fine, but you didn't know. I forgot
That's
to tell
fine. For Alex that Zoom knows, I
Daddy,
apologize.
come on.
you. It's fine. She break
Aye.
fourth wall. Yet she's the bad guy of the story.
Isn't every person who really breaks the fourth wall end up being the bad guy?
Aye, be quiet, man.
Okay,
Then
true,
again,
but
Deadpool
I mean,
needs
she
swap,
breaks
and
the
he
fourth.
breaks the fourth wall a lot.
Yeah, he's kind of morally ambiguous, but yeah, you know, I kind of, but yeah, she's basically. Oh, you want to know who what the closest thing Alex sounds like is? If you want a sample,
Yeah.
like an idea. If it wasn't for the fact that she's way more expressive than this actress,
That's
No offense.
not a problem.
she sounds like Melissa Fawn.
That's someone to pick.
Do you
If
know
you
who
give me the
that
movie,
is?
maybe.
Secure the area.
She's Gaz.
Oh, really?
The little kid
Oh
from
my
Zim.
god.
Use this.
That's the closest thing Alex would sound like if you talked to her.
So, do you,
Basically, imagine Gaz only more expressive and slightly more openly expressive, and that's basically Alex in a nutshell, vocally speaking.
vocally speaking, like, I have no other way how to word her.
And but her behavior is more closer to Louise.
Elise.
Another contact.
Louise from
Oh my
Bob's
God.
Burgers. Only imagine Louise if Louise just started like going Joker on people, and that's basically Alex in a nutshell.
But I'm the Joker.
Yeah, like imagine that. Only if it's Elite, like she's basically like that type of character. She's funny about it, and she doesn't really do anything too vile. So
Minutes
it's kind of
later.
funny.
Because someone says, oh, at least they won't do this. Minutes later.
I'm having such a good time with you, by the way.
If you show them this video and us talking about them, they might want my head.
Oh, don't worry. She's not. She only gets. Don't worry. Anyone who's a friend of me is a friend of hers, and you have
Hey,
her
there's the
safety.
warhead of a scarab. Alright,
Bash him in the teeth.
Wait, where is
right
it?
there. The old school.
Oh my!
Like, everyone knows what the scarab looks like nowadays, but that's what it used to look like.
Holy crap! That thing's
Well,
huge.
the scarab. Everyone knows. In Halo,
You
the
know
scarab's
something?
this big thing that they're afraid of.
You want to know something kind of cool about real life
Tell me.
scarabs?
Besides the fact that they're bugs.
Well, scarabs are a specific type of bug.
Ow. I was going to say you missed.
Scarab? Okay. Do you know what type of bug a scarab
Beetle?
really is? Dung beetle.
Well, I was correct on the beetle part.
Yeah, they're the type of bugs who are obsessed with
Yeah.
feces.
That's why they're called dung beetles.
Yeah, and they're also, but they were worshipped by the ancient Egyptians because they thought they were pushing the sun around like what they do with the crap.
So they're basically pushing that giant poop that Ra left behind. That glows like the sun.
Yeah.
That's an insult
Yeah.
the world's gonna, the Egyptian people are gonna hate me for. If
Don't worry, they're Muslim now. They don't believe in the Egyptian gods.
if they do, I should be hiding then. Boy, let me drive.
By the way, you wanna know something kind of funny? Like, just about, like, random
Sure.
cultural stuff? Nothing bad, but, did you know that, one person points out that, real life, according to what the ancient Egyptians point out, they believe in multiple sun gods, and each sun god's story contradicts
God.
itself.
Like, the only sun god I know in Egypt's time was Ra. He was considered the king of, Egyptian gods.
Alright, this is it, people.
Yeah, Ra is the most common.
All over,
But,
play
you know what kind of funny joke I did about, like, the sun god story constantly contradicting
Yeah, okay.
itself? You see multiple one character is just talking in the distance and, like, discussing something with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
In the background, we see multiple sun gods beating each other up over the sun and causing the sun to ricochet all over the place.
That's what I call a team effort.
Like massive semi-transparent gods beating each other up in a slugfest over the sun.
Like, that's my son. No, it's mine.
And the funny part is they're kicking it around like it's a soccer
Oh my
ball.
God.
Oh, we got a ghost in
Like,
town.
and even causing it to bounce like the ball.
The poor son.
Yeah, he's going through. And there's also a kind of funny thing that I also forgot to
There are a number of
mention.
Marines
Got another
trapped in that
contact.
building, Chief.
Well, I'm having huge lag spike.
Concentrate on the wraiths. They're the biggest threat.
Oh, there's that lag spike.
You know, you want to know something kind of weird, like about like also like ancient
What?
Egyptian culture? According to what most people state, and this is something kind of
Well done,
funny
Marine.
that I
Tell me.
ever heard of a guy. Some of the gods are pretty surreal, which you encounter in the underworld,
Pull your asses back.
like Medjed.
Well, that's Egypt got deep stories for you.
Yeah. The weirdest god is Medjed. He looks like a bed
A
sheet.
bed sheet that you can like, oh, you're a bed sheet. Let me put you on my bed. Like, I imagine people make jokes about him or literally make a bed sheet that looks like him.
You really mean to be that bad?
If you think that people actually did that, then that's mean.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company, CP.
I recall this one story with people who had bizarre double lives. You want to hear some of them?
Doctor?
Sergeant Banks, man. He's up top. Come on, I'll show you.
Hey, look, it's the Scarab.
Oh my, he's going to come after us.
You're old piece of shit.
We got trouble.
Oh, I've heard of these people who had what the F lives, double lives, like, you know, like those guys who have a secret other life job that they never talked about.
See this look? It's terror.
Wait, did it just destroy a tank?
Oh crap.
Like, I did not notice that last time I played that there was a tank down there.
So you wanna know what one of those
Tell
double
me.
lives were? There was this one politician who was actually a secret vampire.
I'm not gonna guess who, but I'm mentally guessing who.
You wouldn't know
Abraham
him.
Lincoln?
He was the guy running for. Actually, it was some guy in Alabama during the modern times, and he actually had a habit of pretending to be a vampire in this one LARPing area.
I thought it was gonna be Abraham Lincoln because, you know, there's stories about him being a vampire killer.
Yeah, it wasn't Abraham Lincoln, but I do know a fact about Abraham
Let me
Lincoln.
know. Hear it. Say it now. Fuck. Say stuff.
He was the country's most expensive
He had
lawyers at the
lawyers
time.
back then.
No, he was the most expensive. That was his job prior to becoming president
Oh,
of the United
God.
States. He costed a fortune just
Hey,
to
you want to see some
hire.
badassery? Ah!
Sure, I'd love to see it.
Oh, who are you calling a sissy? Oh, now you're dead.
So he just jumped onto a
Jump
roll.
and roll, I'm full of enemies. Oh my god, this lag is not helping.
Man, Harrison Ford and Black Hawk Down has nothing on this crap.
Running before I die. I think my grenade just fall off the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
So, who wants to mess with me again?
I was saying Harrison Ford has nothing on this crap.
Come on, I dare for someone to pop out. Bye!
You want to know something?
Okay, running.
You want to know another kind of
No,
weird
mate.
thing?
Well, I'm trying to murder and stay alive.
Another guy who had an insane. Okay. Another guy who had an insane double life was this one guy called, I forget his name, but he was a teacher who turned out to be having a double life as one of the pro
Is it Macho
wrestler.
Man?
You mean
I am Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, it was some washed up guy who also pretended. It was some guy who wasn't even popular and he became a wrestler.
Oh, come on, I died because of lag.
You know how he,
How?
got discovered? It was because the, trying to find the right word. The guys on the because he took 14 breaks on school, you can only take a limited amount of breaks for working at a
Yeah,
school.
I know about
just saying. He took twice the legal
You for real?
limit.
That
For
guy
real.
really had thoughts of being a wrestler then.
Yeah. Also, he even joked that but yeah. Not only did he think of being a wrestler, you know what else they also talked about? And another guy was this one priest who turned out to be who turned out to be one of the cleaner, to be part of
Oh,
a
wow.
cartel. It was this one church school, like those like schools
Yeah,
where
I
the
think
priests
to
teach.
one.
The priest shoved the student down. The priest was caught on camera trying to execute one of his failed lackeys, gangland
You
style.
That's
For
screwed
real.
up.
It backfired,
Screwed
bro.
up.
Yeah, it backfired thankfully, and he got arrested. And he didn't kill the guy, actually. The guy ducked at the last second. He got lucky.
I imagine those who didn't get lucky are dead.
Yeah, although the guy on camera did, and the priest got arrested. But take a while, it gets even funnier. They found in his house he was packing heat.
And I just killed myself.
Chief, you're going to have to board the Scarab.
Oh dear. Yeah, Master Chief's having a rough
Control
day.
is one of those missions that makes it hard for me.
It's fine. I'm not saying that. I'm just joking, just to alleviate stress.
This mission sometimes gets me to the point where I literally just want to go mass murder these aliens.
You know what's kind of cool about like what one person says about like real life alien, like some
What?
aliens? Some people actually have pointed out on the internet that you know the film Alien
Yeah,
with
I've seen a
Xenomorph?
lot of those, especially with the fact when they fight their own masters, the Predators.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad, but you know how that one company, Wayland, constantly wants to master those
Yeah.
creatures? That's a bad idea for another reason. Aliens seem underqualified for soldiers.
If you can control them for soldier reasons, you're good. Because those things are master killers.
Yeah, but they seem they seem underqualified only because they're good in closed spaces. Out in the open, they're not going to do much.
That's
No
fine.
offense. Also, you know what the worst fictional company to work for is, according to what many
Skynet?
people say?
That is
Umbrella.
true. They're the reasons why the zombie outbreak happened.
Basically, to quote the article I read that describes why they're so bad at their jobs, most companies need to do risk versus reward. You know that old-fashioned phrase. But the problem is, the risk is zombies and the reward is zombies. Why the hell did you go through with this plan?
Because people are crazy, and one of my own guys literally jumped on, ready to die. Don't worry, soldier, I'll save you! With a laggy RPG.
Keep it up, sir.
You know what's kind of weird about like soldiers and stuff? I'm not making fun of real life soldiers,
What?
but I'm trying to remember. But, you know something? One guy apparently joked that oh, I never remember
The
that
New York-
gun.
Beautiful gun.
Yeah,
Because it does this!
yeah.
Explosions! And oh my god, lag spike. So high.
You know what one
What?
guy points out?
Can't go any further this
That guy
way.
has an
You
energy
have it
source.
trapped.
One guy. Okay, I'm trying to remember. One guy actually discussed in one sketch that I think we recall this one guy pointing out that oh yeah, did you know that? You know how some objects, you know how they say they've sent monkeys to space?
Yeah, I always heard that as a kid.
That's true, but do you know if they didn't just send
There's a
monkeys
lot of
into
things
space?
not cared.
Like dogs, cats, fish.
Fish?
Yeah, they launched fish into space.
Out of everything they send into space that doesn't have opposable thumbs, fish.
Yeah, fish. They kept it in a tank and let it swim around at the space station.
You mother...
Not if we can help it, Sergeant. Extract the chief and return to an amber class.
Oh, and they also sent ants, bees, and
What happened
Request
is
permission
that
to engage.
and even jellyfish.
I'll vector 2 heavies for Starside.
Like ant colonies, bees, and even
are they trying
jellyfish.
to make a zoo in space back then?
There's no time, sir.
No, it was more just to see how different types of animals would react to zero gravity.
Hunt it.
Oh, and frogs. They sent a bullfrog into
Be
space
wary,
once.
they might be
We are
trying to
not
get drugged
losing
with
that
bullfrog.
Actually, that's a cane toad.
To me, it was all frogs as a kid.
Oh, okay. But yeah, do you know what's the kind of... Also, you know what one kind of funny thing about
What?
frogs is? Real life frogs have a kind of funny habit that I've heard about.
What? What's the funny habit? Do they sing like the frog in Looney Tunes? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my dancing gal.
There's this one type of frog I heard about that starts out big, but
Like if it
shrinks.
goes in reverse? Oh, wow.
Yeah, the older it gets, the smaller it
I understand
becomes.
jellyfish because they have the ability of basically being immortal.
Yeah, you know what kind of weird thing
What?
about jellyfish too? Contrast the popular belief, jellyfish can still sting you even if they're already
you know,
dead.
there was a guy on YouTube who enjoys inflicting pain on himself. And he did a thing that involved tons of dead jellyfish, putting them on his head or back or all over his body, and they were stinging him like crazy. And these were huge jellyfish.
Ouch. You know what the weirdest one person do you know the also speak about jellyfish, one person points out that one guy actually tried to I'm trying to remember. Okay, one guy actually this one guy on YouTube also said something kind of funny about a different type of thing. Apparently remember. Apparently, ever heard of this one guy called Bob?
Bob from like Markiplier's Bob or some other type of Bob?
He
No,
was
I
a
never heard of this guy.
rapper.
Then again, I never hear about rappers.
Bob was a gangster. Okay. Bob is a rapper who's also a conspiracy theorist.
So many conspiracies. We must watch film theory and game theory, Matt Pat.
No, not like that. He's the type of guy who believes in the lizard people.
I'm an Argonian. I'm a lizard man who breathes fire.
He believes in the lizard people, the Illuminati, and that Jewish people are really the guys in
Oh my
power.
god. When people talk about lizard people, I right away think of like Scott Elder Scrolls Argonians.
Okay. He's been referring to reptile men who secretly rule the world.
Well, I'm gonna do my outro here now. Thank you for joining me, Zoom, for this Halo recording. And I'll be putting his... What?
Good luck with Arbiter.
How much further must
What?
I heft this baggage? Any cell will do?
Good luck with
Oh,
Arbiter.
trust me, Arbiter has the elite... has the flood.
They could use the meat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be
I'll be doing
crazy.
that for another recording if you would like to join me.
Flesh is seared just the way I like it.
Sure, I just
Alright,
have to
well,
eat
I'm gonna stop
first.
recording here now because I'm gonna upload this, give it time, because I'm gonna be doing my Doki Doki soon.
Hierarchs have something special in mind.
So yeah,
Okay, have fun and
Yeah. this
stay
is
safe.
If You're Okay Darkness. Thank you for watching, and I will put Zoom's channel descriptions on my description. This is Aiden Your Okay Darkness signing off. Have a nice night.